Hey tribe, how's it going today? This is kind of an impromptu video. I wasn't planning on doing this, but I went to the post office box and I grabbed the mail, and exciting book in the mail. This is from a guy named Jack Morris. He has been producing these, and so I decided I would make a quick video on this, even though I haven't read this book. I mean, I flipped through it. But the reason why I'm excited and willing to just go ahead and talk about it before I even read it is because I got the first one. And the first one was excellent. And he told me he was working on a second one. And here it is. So I'm pretty trustworthy that this second one is going to be good too, especially since just flipping through it. So anyways, let me talk about the book a little bit, and then we'll go into some reasons why this is important. This is from what he's calling the Professional Citizens Project. Maybe you've seen me talk about it. I've seen a few other YouTube guys talk about this. The Professional Citizens Project. Basically, this part of the road's really rough. I apologize. It's really rough. There, it's getting a little bit better. Anyway, so the Professional Citizens Project is he's taking, for the most part, I mean, not exactly, but generally speaking, he's taken military manuals that are really good. There's great information for what you and I should be training to do in military manuals, but there's lots of them, and a lot of them specific to the military and the way the military structure and infrastructure and everything is. So some of it pertains to us, but not all of it. So he's taken that and he's putting it into citizens manuals, taking that information and compiling it in a way that makes more sense for what we would be doing. And so that he had the first one he released. Excellent book. I recommend everyone that is doing any kind of prepping, especially if you have a mag, or you're trying to get a mag going, or any kind of community, tribe, whatever. It really should be top of the list. And I knew, I talked to him, I knew he was working on some more. And so the number 2 has come out, and this one is Reconnaissance. This one's Reconnaissance. Like I said, I just got it today, so this is brand new. And this is all the things that you would need to know about as a prepper group, as a mag, as a tribe, when it comes to reconnaissance. You can go to the Professional Citizens Project website. I think it's just that. It should be on here. Roads washboarded again. Sorry about that. I told you I wasn't prepared for this at all. This is very just off the cuff. Would think that there's a website listed somewhere on here. So it's okay that I'm not paying attention to driving. It's not really, that important. But it's kind of like the modern Minuteman type of thing. And anyways, but if you just search the Professional Citizens Project, it'll certainly come up. I don't think these are being sold on Amazon, but I could be incorrect. But honestly, I just prefer buying them through him. He's probably going to make more money off of it. But anyways, it's a pretty decent sized little book. The cover, the printing, everything is high quality. It's just a good size to stick in your gear, to take with you and stuff. But I'm telling you, what this guy is doing for what we are doing, I think is excellent. So I would recommend, if you have any kind of prepper group, Minuteman militia group, this is good, especially if you're thinking about reconnaissance, which you should. You should think about reconnaissance. You should think about how that's going to function and work. I see a lot of mentality in our community that kind of looks at things as when it all falls apart, we're just gonna hunker down on our property. We're gonna, shut the ark doors, so to speak, and we're gonna just survive on our property. And I'm not saying that's a bad idea, but there has to be more than just that. You have to be aware of what goes on outside your borders. And you can say, well, I'll let the whole world go to, hell in a handbasket. but as long as it doesn't come on my property, I don't care. Well, if that's your approach, then it will eventually get on your property. You know, you would have to have a whole army, and then you have to have enough land to sustain the army. But then the more land you have, the more people. It's a real bad equation, because you're not going to be able to secure the property enough to keep the bad people out. Now, I'm not advocating going off to war in your community, so to speak, but you should at least know what's going on around you. You should be able to have relationships and connections with the people around you, because it's, especially if you live out like I do, the odds of it ever being like complete total anarchy out here where everyone is against everyone's probably not the case, because most of the people live out here for the similar reasons that you would want to live out here. They may not be taking things quite as serious, but they live out here for those reasons. And so the likelihood that a lot of people out here could pull together, come together, work together, is very, very, I think, a high likelihood. And so having it within your tribe's plan to work with other people is important. And if you're going to be leaving the property, you're going to have certain skills and training in place. And one of those is definitely going to be reconnaissance. You need to know, recon the area, have an idea of what's going on, have a way to communicate, to relay information, and then to compile that information into something useful, you know, what to do. And so having a book like that and then using that as a training manual is very good, because that's what this stuff is written to be used, like a training manual. It's not a book that you're going to lay in bed and keep on your bedside. You know, there's lots of charts and graphics and, you know, stuff that is useful to turn this into a training manual, which is exactly, I mean, it's called the Citizen's Manual. And so use it in that way. It's going to be, I think, much more useful to you and more practical to what you're doing than if you just grabbed military manuals. Because military manuals, while there's good information, they're written from the mentality that you're talking about large amounts of troops that have ample time and resources for training and supply chains and all of that kind of stuff, which you're not going to have. And so something taking the good of those manuals and the military training, but putting it into a way that the Minuteman can actually make it useful. The MAG, the tribe, can make it useful, is going to be very important. So anyways, I just got this today. I'm going to go home and I'm going to kind of dig into it and see what it's like. Again, I'm willing to promote it now, even before I have read it, because I've read the other one and it was great, and I encouraged several people in our group purchased this because it's just that good. I promoted it and I've heard nothing but positive feedback from the people that got it. So I'm confident that this one is going to be, you know, equally as good. And just like I said, flipping through it, it's good. I don't get anything for this other than I get a free book. You know, I got a free book. I didn't ask for it. He sends me a free book. But that's not, people have sent me free books before and I don't promote them. Okay, I don't promote things just because someone gives it to me free. I have emails filled in my inbox of people wanting to send me free stuff to promote it. I'm not going to do it if I don't like it. And I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to waste my time with something that I don't approve of. This I approve of. I don't know how much he's going to charge for this one. I think the other one was around 20 bucks. It's worth it. It's worth it. You're also supporting a like-minded guy. You know, you're not filling Jeff Bezos's, you know, pockets even fuller by buying from him. So anyways, the Professional Citizens Project, just Google it. I cannot remember if I pulled off here on the side of the road, which I guess I can do. This is an okay spot to do that. I'm sure there is some kind of website somewhere that will tell you how to get to their, check out our other, it's the Pro Citizen. theprocitizens.com. Procitizen.com. That's it. Procitizen. Theprocitizen.com. I'll get it out right. Theprocitizen.com. The first one is individual tactics and skills. This one is reconnaissance. And the third one looks like adverse conditions and environment is what it's going to be. And I don't know when that's coming out. But anyway, so theprocitizen.com is where you need to go to pick this up. And I would recommend, you know, getting something like this. I'm just flipping through the table of contents. You've got squad orientation, scouting at night, mission planning and preparations, movement, recon patrols, all kinds of good stuff. Camouflage, gear, equipment, reconnaissance fundamentals, formations, movement techniques, patrolling principles, all that kind of stuff right here. Okay? So anyways, theprocitizen.com. You can pick one of those up. If you don't have the other one, I would recommend you getting the other one. I know it's money, and we don't have as much money available as we used to because things are tightening. But I think that's worthy of spending your fiat currency on. Anyways, I thought I would just share that with you because I didn't know that I was getting something in the mail. I only check the post office box maybe once a week or so. And so I was kind of excited. Oh, I got a cool book. Oh, I got a really cool book. So anyways, check it out. theprocitizens.com. Folks, get your houses in order. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.